Good morning, student. Today we are going to study about grouping of capacitor. In previous topic we know that what is the principle of capacitor, and knowing that the principle of capacitor is that in capacitor we have two plates A and B, in which plate A is charged and insulated plate, but plate B is uncharged earthed plate. And in the principle of capacitor, we see that when uncharged earthed plate is placed near to charged plate, its capacity increases. This is the principle of capacitor. Now we discuss about grouping of capacitor. Just like in class 10, you study about the combination of resistance in series and parallel grouping. Similarly, we have grouping of capacitor. First, in series grouping. Consider we have three capacitors having capacity C1, C2 and C3 connected in series. The series combination is that the second plate of first capacitor is connected to first plate of second, and second plate of second capacitor is to first plate of third capacitor, and so on. And the second plate of last capacitor is earthed. Now this combination is connected to battery, and when Q charge supplied by this battery to the capacitor, at first Q charge is deposited on first plate of capacitor. Due to induction, same and negative charge is induced on inner side of its second plate, and same charge plus Q is placed on other side. This plus charge goes to here, that means goes to first plate of capacitor C2. Due to induction, minus Q charge present here plus Q charge present here, induced here. This plus Q charge goes to here, that means first plate of third capacitor. Due to induction, minus Q is produced here and plus Q charge produced here, but due to earthing, this plus Q charge goes to earth. Then finally we observe that same charge is induced on all condenser which are connected in series. That means it is the main important point. Same charge is induced on each capacitor. Now we have to find out what will be the combined capacity in this grouping. Suppose it has some capacity 5 microfarad, 10 microfarad, 15 microfarad. What will be the resultant capacitance when they are connected in series? Suppose V1 is the potential across capacitor C1, V2 is the potential across C2, V3 is the potential across C3. Therefore, total PD will be V equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. Okay? Since we know that C equal to Q by V by the definition of capacity. C equal to Q by V. Therefore, V equal to Q by C. By using this formula in equation 1, V can be replaced by Q by C, where V is resultant resultant potential. Therefore, it will be resultant. It can be written as CS. It can be written as CS, where CS is the capacity in series combination. Resultant capacity represented here by CS. Then V is replaced by Q by CS. V1 just like Q by C1. V2 Q by C2. V3 Q by C3. Why same charge is to be taken? Because charge is same in all capacitor. So same charge is to be write in steps. Then after taking common Q cancel, then we get 1 by Cs equal to 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2 plus 1 by C3. It is the formula for resultant capacity. Equation number 2. That means the answer is that the reciprocal of resultant capacity is equal to sum of reciprocal of individual capacities. Case 1 for 2 capacitor. Suppose we have only 2 capacitor connected in series. In maximum numericals, only 2 capacitor are used. Then direct formula can be used such that 1 by Cs equal to 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2. From this, we can obtain Cs equal to C1 C2 upon C1 plus C2. It is the formula for 2 capacitor which are connected in series combination. Second case, for n capacitor of same capacity C. Same capacity C. Suppose we have n condenser like 2 microfarad connected in series. Then what will be the resultant capacity in series combination? Then by using equation 2, 1 by Cs equal to 1 by C plus 1 by C plus 1 by C up to n times. That means it will be n by C. The value of 1 by Cs equal to n by C. Therefore, Cs equal to C by n. It is the formula for same capacity. Suppose we have 3 capacitors of 5 microfarad. What will of 9 microfarad? What will be the capacity in series combination? Then 3 capacitor, it will be the value of n, and 9 value of C. Then Cs will be 9 by 3. Directly we can obtain 3 microfarad. That means in series grouping, overall capacity decreases. When we have large value of capacitors and we required capacitor is for a smaller value, then series grouping is done. Now we discuss about parallel grouping. Parallel grouping. In parallel grouping, first plate of all capacitor connected to a common point and second plate connected to another common point. Then diagram. Suppose it is a capacitor of capacity C1, it is of C2, it is of C3. We have 3 capacitors. Then suppose they are connected in such a way. The first plate is connected to common point and another plate is connected to other point B. Another point B, and B is connected to Earth. When Q charge is given to point A, when Q charge is given to point A, then Suppose Q1 charge goes here, Q2 here, Q3 here. Then due to induction, minus Q charge induced here, minus Q1 charge induced here, minus Q2 charge induced here, minus Q3 charge induced here. And in outer side, plus Q1, plus Q2 and plus Q3 charge is to be induced. The sum of these charge will be equal to of Q and goes to R. Thus, only Q1, Q2 and Q3 charge remains on capacitor C1, C2 and C3. And these points are common. Therefore, PD is same for all capacitors. In in series grouping, we observe that charge is same, but in parallel grouping, PD is same. This point is important to solve the numerical which based on the series and parallel grouping of capacitor. Now, here charge distributed, then total charge will be Q equal to Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3. And we know that, suppose it is equation 1, since capacity is equal to of Q by V, therefore Q can be written as product of C into V. By using equation 1, this formula utilized in equation 1, we get in the place of Q, CV, but where C is resultant capacity, then it can be written as CP for capacity in parallel combination of all these capacitors into V equal to value of Q1, C1 into V, Q2, C2 into V, C3 into V, where V is same for all capacitors, not taken as V1, V2 and V3. Then after solving this step, we get easily Cp equal to C1 plus C2 plus C3. It is the formula for resultant capacity in parallel combination. That means the resultant capacity is sum of all individual capacity, directly sum. For n capacitor of same capacity, then by equation 2, Cp can be written as C plus C plus C up to n times, C plus C plus C up to n times. That means it will be equal of Nc, means Cp equal to Nc, product of number of capacitor and their capacity. In a series combination, we get this in this condition C by N. Therefore, the ratio of Cp upon Cs will be equal to N cancel, C, it will be of N square. It is the important relation between Cp and Cs, means capacity in parallel to series are N capacitor of same capacity. That means in parallel grouping, resultant capacity is increases. Now we discuss about new topic, energy stored in capacitor. Dear student, we know that the main function of capacitor is that to store the energy, to store the charge. What amount of charge, what amount of energy is stored in capacitor. The next topic, energy stored in capacitor. Now we obtain the expression for energy stored in capacitor. Suppose we have a capacitor having two plates A and B, plus charge is given here. Due to induction, negative charge is induced, and induced positive charge goes to earth. Initially, we observe that when charge is given to capacitor, the potential rise up. Suppose we have a conductor. At initial condition, there is no charge. No charge means Q equal to 0. Then its potential will be 0. But when charge is given to the capacitor, its potential gradually increases. Due to potential, when we give next amount of charge, some work has to be done. This work is stored as potential energy inside the capacitor. It is called energy stored in capacitor. That means during the charging of condenser or capacitor, some work has to be done. This work is stored as potential energy called energy stored in capacitor. Let Q and V, charge and PD of fully charged condenser. Fully charged capacitor. And small q and small v, charge and PD at some stage of charging. Then, according to definition of capacity, capacity is ratio of Q and to V. For first case, it will be equal to Q by V, and for second case, it will be ratio of small q by small v, equation number 1. Now, when dq charge is given to the capacitor, then we calculate what amount of work is to be done. Work done to adding dq charge. For small charge, small work is to be done. Therefore, here symbol dw is taken. dw, work done equal to dw equal to, we know that v equal to w by q. From this, d, it will be equal to v into dq. v is taken as small, v into dq. Work done equal to potential into charge. Now, by putting the value of v from equation 1, small v equal to q by c. It will be q by c into dq. Now, therefore, total work done to giving charge our target is given total charge q. Then what will be the work done for total charge q? Then total work will be w equal to integration of this, integration of q by c dq, and limit will be 0 to capital Q because total charge is q. Then by using integration formula, 1 by c is a constant, and integration of q in respect of dq, it will be q square by 2. After putting limit 0 to q, we get 1 by C Q square by 2, and this work is stored as potential energy. Thus it can be replaced by U. U is potential energy or energy stored inside the capacitor. U equal to 1 by 2 Q square by C. It is the formula in terms of Q and C, equation number of 2. Now, since Q equal to CV, by putting the value of Q in equation number 2, we get U equal to 1 by 2. By putting Q CV, then here Q C square and V square, C square V square by C. Once C is cancelled out, then we get 1 by 2 CV square. Equation number of 3. Dear student, these are the expression for energy stored in a capacitor in terms of Q and C, and here in terms of Q into V. From both equations, we observe that in equation 2, energy stored is inversely proportional to C, but by equation 3, total energy is directly proportional to C. But when charge is constant, then U inversely proportional to C. And when PD will be constant, then U proportional to C. Then graph in both cases will be energy versus capacitance. Energy versus capacitance. In this case, inversely proportional. U inversely proportional to C when Q constant. When Q constant, U inversely proportional to C. But here U, C, it will be directly proportional. When V constant, U is directly proportional to C. These are the important points. Many 1 mark questions comes in examination, CBSE examination based on this formula, in other way. Now, we discuss about energy density inside the condenser. Energy density. We obtain the formula of energy of CV square. Half CV square energy stored in capacitor in terms of C and V. In terms of C and V. And also find formula 1 by 2 Q square by C. Q square by C. Since our topic is that energy density, what is the formula for energy density? Dear student, do you know about energy density? Energy density. Energy density means energy stored per unit volume. Inside the capacitor, this is the total value. Suppose its cross-sectional area is A and distance between both plate is D. Then volume will be A into D. From these two expressions, this energy is stored in all these values. And now we have to find out energy density, that means in unit volume, what will be the expression for energy. It is called energy density. That means in simple way, energy density is energy stored per unit volume inside the plate of capacitor is called energy density. We know that the energy, suppose sigma is the surface charge density, then between the plate its value is the intensity inside the plate sigma upon k epsilon naught. By Gauss theorem we obtained that the intensity between the plate is given by sigma upon k epsilon naught. K is the dielectric constant between the plate. That means sigma equal to, here sigma can be written as q by a k epsilon. That means value of sigma is q by a. That means E equal to q upon a k epsilon naught. Means q will be equal to a k epsilon naught a t. It is the value of q. And in parallel plate capacitor we knowing that capacity is a k epsilon naught by d. D is the distance between both plates. Now we put value of q and c in equation number this. In equation number 1. Therefore, u equal to 1 by 2. By putting the value of q square, it will be a k epsilon naught e square, and upon value of c, a k epsilon naught by d. By d goes to in numerator side. Here 2 a k epsilon naught, here cancel 1, then we get 1 by 2 a k epsilon naught e square into d. It can be written as in simplified form 1 by 2 k epsilon naught e square a into d. This a and d taken together, and we know that area into distance is equal to of volume. Thus, in next step 1 by 2 k epsilon naught e square into volume. Therefore, energy density, suppose it is represented by small u upon ad or u upon volume, then it will be equal to 1 by 2 epsilon naught e square. It is the formula for energy density. Energy density u half k epsilon naught e square. Okay. Next topic. डियर स्टूडेंट, हम लोग ने थ्योरी पोर्शन में पैरेलल प्लेट कैपेसिटर के एक्सप्रेशन ऑब्टेन किया था. द कैपेसिटी ऑफ पैरेलल प्लेट कैपेसिटर इज गिवन बाय a k epsilon naught by d, where a is the cross sectional area of capacitor plate, k is the dielectric constant, and d is the distance between both plates. From this formula, it is clear that capacity of capacitor is directly proportional to A. Means when cross-sectional area increases, capacity increases, and when we put the dielectric media between two plates, its capacity increases. But when the distance between both plates decreases, capacity increases. Experimentally, we observe that here it is the setup of parallel plate capacitor. there are two plates having certain surface area and separated by 5 centimeter apart. In this situation, we observe that the capacity between the plate is 21.7 when there is no dielectric media between them. From this formula, if we decrease the distance, capacity should be increased. Then, dear student, when we decrease the distance, it is clearly seen here the capacity increases. From 20 it becomes 25, 42. As we decrease the distance, its capacity increases. That means it is experimentally verified that when we decrease d, capacity increases. Now, when we put the dielectric media between them, its capacity should be increases. In this situation, the capacity is 38 point something. We have two dielectric media. It is a plastic sheet. When we insert this plastic sheet, that means that dielectric medium between the plate, then what we observe? Its capacity increases. In absence of dielectric media, its value is 38 point something. But when we put dielectric media, its value becomes up to 42. Okay? Means when we put the dielectric media, its capacity increases. Okay. Now we put another dielectric media. It is a glass sheet. When we put glass sheet between the plate, the capacity should be increased, and we observe that its capacity increases to larger value 45. Means the dielectric constant of glass, from this observation, from this practical, it is clear that we have two type of dielectric media. One is plastic and other one is glass. But in case of plastic sheet, we observe that the capacity increase up to 38 to 41. But in case of glass sheet, its value becomes up to 45. That means dielectric constant of glass is greater than that of plastic. Now we observe about what is the effect of cross-sectional area. In this capacitor, the cross-sectional area is smaller compared to this plate. Again we put here, for larger cross-sectional area, the capacity should be increases. For in this situation, we observe that capacity is 30 point something, 30.7 or 8. When we put for same distance, its distance is here, its distance is about 2.4. Here we adjust the distance, between both about 2. About 2. In this situation, its value becomes 49. That means distance is same. There is no dielectric media, but when cross-sectional area increases, its capacity increases. That means capacity is directly proportional to cross-sectional area. Many other experiment we can obtain here. Another in series and parallel grouping. प्यारे बच्चों, ये एक कैपेसिटर है और एक दूसरा कैपेसिटर सेम कैपेसिटी या इस कैपेसिटी के हमको इसको सीरीज में कनेक्ट करना है. इन सीरीज कॉम्बिनेशन कट कर दो.